What's up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot. We are running northbound PA today. You know, we're just running a little local, but we got a little surprise. As y'all see, there's the regular co-pilot, right? That's that boy Bobby. And we got our helper boy. He gonna work today, but we're gonna talk about something real good right now. Alright, guys, as you see, it's me and that boy, me and the boy, and the dog. Alright, so, but today, let's talk about, I want to talk about what is a dispatcher? How do I know if I have a good dispatcher? How do I know if it's really a dispatcher or somebody just, you know, trying to find a way to make a buck? You know, because a dispatcher needs to have their stuff together. They need to know what's what. You know, they need to understand logistics. They need to understand trucking. They need to know your cost. You know, and the problem nowadays is people think, you know, it's just the problem with dispatching is the same problem with trucking. They see it from the outside in, and that's all it is, they say. So, pretty much they think, oh, I'm just finding loads to put on the truck. The same as, oh, I'm just driving. No, that's not what it is. A dispatcher is essentially a CEO for your company. You are trusting this dispatcher to have your best interest in mind, your company's best interest in mind, and you need to be able to believe and trust everything they're saying without any conflict of interest or any worry or any of that. And so, now let's go into it. So as far, like I say, you just heard me say the conflict of interest, right? So, now, if this dispatcher is also a broker, that's going to be a conflict of interest. And here's why I say that. So, this broker, let's say if they're a decent sized brokerage, let's say they got 100 loads on the board, okay? And you're in an area where they have some loads, but they're cheaper loads, so to speak. Like, they're not the best on the board. And then you got these loads on the board that, like, are truly hot loads and need moved, like, yesterday. They've got to be moved. Well, this dispatcher slash broker, some will, but 90% of them will not put you on that higher paying load because it's costing them money. So, and I say that because, yeah, their load may pay less, so they're going to get less from you, but they're going to get it from both ends. You know what I mean? So, they're going to get the broker's cut and the dispatcher's cut. And you are running for a cheaper load because you don't truly know what's on the board because you believe and trust this dispatcher. And this dispatcher is telling you whatever he needs to tell you to get you on his load. He may say there's no other loads. And unless you're actively looking on the board, you won't know that. And if you have a dispatcher, you shouldn't have to actively look on the board. Like, if you're going to be looking on the board and booking your own freight, then a dispatcher is pointless. You know, it's just, they do you no good at that point if you're still doing the job. Okay, so, you got to have somebody you can trust, right? But you also, they need to know trucking. Like, I know people that looked into trucking, said, oh, that's too expensive, can't do it. Now, they've never been a trucker, but they thought they were going to start their own business, right? And then they got the insurance costs and all that, and they couldn't afford it. So they researched a little more, and now they found the dispatching aid. Oh man, I can book loads, it's easy. Right? Don't understand logistics, don't understand what haul miles compared to loaded miles is. They don't understand your operating costs. They don't understand that you can lose money while moving. You can lose your butt while moving. It's easy, if not careful. And they don't understand that. And they don't understand that because they never needed to understand that, because that's not their skill set. That's not what they've done in the past. You know? And so who's going to suffer on that? You are. Or, you know, whoever's got them dispatching is going to suffer. So you've got to be very careful with that. And there's a lot of dispatchers out here that in my mind should not be dispatching. Okay? And now here's another person that I don't think should be dispatching. A truck driver. If you are driving a truck actively like I do, if you're driving, how can you dispatch the load? And here's the reason. Everything I say has a reason, and it's going to be backed up. So, I'm driving. I'm videoing. I'm on the phone, taking care of my stuff. How much time can I spend on the board for you? How much time can I put in the booking you loads that way?
Dad, I'm getting out. I need to stretch.
Okay. Hold on, guys. We'll be right back. Alright, guys. We're back with you. So, you know, a dispatcher's job, like what they should be doing, it's a desk job. So, they should be at the desk on the computer as much as possible. You know, dispatching is not a part-time job. If they're getting on it at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, well, you can do that. You can pull over for 10 or 15 minutes and book your own loads. The secret to the big money is to be on there constantly, refreshing every 10 to 15 minutes. Because you need to do something that your competition is not doing. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, your competition's doing that. Your competition has a dispatcher that's handling business. And just like trucking and any other business and job, some people take their job more serious than others. Some people truly understand and care what a broker's or a dispatcher's job is. They truly get it. And they enjoy it. And that's why they do it. They don't do it for a $5 to $10, for a couple dollar paycheck. Yeah, they're doing it to get paid. But they also enjoy what they're doing. So, and now, what kind of experience does this person have? How did this person hear about dispatching? Did they run a truck for 6 months and failed, so now they want to dispatch? Or did they run a truck for 3 years and, something happened out of their control and they truly understand it and now they want to dispatch? Is it because they can't afford to do any other part of trucking? Dispatching is the only part, as far as I know right now, you do not need a license, a bond, nothing like that we and brokers do. It's just, they've got to be committed, but they have to know trucking. If they're going to learn on your dime, you might as well learn on your dime. I've heard stories of guys that had, a dispatcher for a week or, 7, 10 days, and then the dispatcher just disappeared. Well, I guess it's not what they thought it was, I don't know the if they disappear after a couple weeks, you had the wrong dispatcher to begin with. There's something that you did not do your due diligence on to know that this was coming. So, I'm going to keep saying it, but they've got to know. They have to understand the cost of deadheading. Now, I didn't say how bad deadheading was. I said the cost. Honestly, you can deadhead from Delaware to California and still make a profit on a load if it's done correctly. Now, I said it's possible. I didn't say you were going to do it because nobody's going to pay the number. So, you need to have a base all miles number that you need per car or per load. And that's what you need to base it off of. Yeah, obviously running deadheaded miles costs a little bit less than running loaded miles. But to me, that doesn't matter. If I'm deadheading, I need a little profit in there. So I'm not going to charge you the full, $1.50 or $1.60, but it's going to be pretty close because there needs to be profit all the way around the board for me. I've seen dispatchers and heard of dispatchers that don't understand how bad time can hurt you. Hold on, guys. So, they need to understand that you sitting in traffic, you being in highly congested areas, and even you loading and unloading a lot costs a lot of money. Yes, time is money. But you have to, so they have to understand where the line is on what you can do and get away with it and what you cannot. I had a load last week and I hate local loads. Everybody that knows me knows. I did a 300 miles round trip. But it was 150 one way, each way, from my house to Jersey and back. It took me 11 hours up and back. And I had 3 on, so I had to drop one, pick one up, and then drop off 3. So really it was 4 cars total that day. 11 hours. And I made $500. So, $500. And because I deadheaded home. So that day, I lost. I ran the local game and I lost. And now where I'm at, that's an everyday occurrence on the local game. Like out here, you need to do like 40 to 50 to 60 mile runs. Or like 6, 7 to 800. There's really no in between, unfortunately. So you just make sure that you interview them like you would interview any other employer. Do a background check, you don't have to go into the whole hardcore background check, but you want to know who's what, You got to be a judge of character being a businessman. An entrepreneur, I'd like to say. So, not just anybody can dispatch. Now, am I saying not to give people a chance? Not at all. But you need to really think and consider that, can you afford to train somebody? And if you're a new business venture and you have, let's say say 3 to 5 grand in the bank, I don't think you can afford it. I really don't think you can afford it. You know? So, but like I said, that's your call, nobody else's call. So, guys, when you're hiring dispatchers, just please do yourself a favor. Check them. Oh, one more thing. How many trucks are they dispatching? How many trucks are they dispatching? Because I know from what I do, my part of it, my experience, that anything over 2, maybe 3 trucks, I can't give 100% to none of them. Absolutely none of them. Just because it's not there. You know, so you have to, they had to have time for you. Like, and if a load cancels, they got to be able to drop what they're doing and get you reloaded. You don't have time for them to take days to work on it. If they're preoccupied and focused with another business venture or something, you know, then it's not going to work. And now I get it. People have family, people have lives, people have kids, blah, 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 blah. But in our day and age, this phone, you can do anything from it. And if you're going to sign up for this, if you want to be a dispatcher, you need to understand there's sacrifices just like all the rest of us do. And your sacrifice isn't financially like ours is. Yours is more time. You need to be able to give them time. You know? So, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'll probably do another video explaining the difference between a broker and a dispatcher and all that. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up at hotshotwedge@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Even if you hate me, give me the thumbs down. But I'd like to get, let's say, 60 thumbs up on this one. This is good topic for good people to make good money. So, that's that. That's what I see and think of a dispatcher, what it should be. Remember, it's a CEO. Oh, and they should be paying themselves. And what that means is if I was making, let's say I was making $3,500, you know, net or gross, then that's what I need to be making more than that, or at least the same. And now you're going to say, well, Hotshot, if you're making the same, you're wasting money. No, you're not. If you're making the same, that means they're paying for themselves and you're gaining time. And I personally can see a benefit to that. Now, losing money is not an option, you know, but the other part in my mind is. So, alright, I think that's all I got, guys. It's your boy Hotshot. Again, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell, ding, ding, thumbs up, thumbs down. And remember, they can slow us down, but they can't stop us. Only you can stop you.